Today I'm going to show you how to draw this cute little koala bear with coloring pencils. This is an easy beginner drawing lesson for kids of all ages, so let's begin. Hi everyone, welcome to Rain Francis Art for Kids. My name is Rain. In this series, Animal Farm, we draw all sorts of animals. So let's draw. Okay, let's draw our koala bear. Now what you'll need today is a piece of paper. I have my dollar store drawing pad here. It's 11 inches by 8.5. You're going to need a pencil, an eraser, and if you have an old paintbrush lying around that you've never used before, you can use it to wipe off all the dust and eraser bits from your page. It works really, really well. Now for color, we're going to use gray. We're going to use pink. I have yellow and I have brown, and I'm going to use my black fine-tipped marker to outline and probably to color in the koala bear's nose and his eyes. But if you don't have a marker, you can always use this black coloring pencil, okay? So why don't I clear off this space here and we can begin. All right. First, I'll just wipe off my page here. So let's start drawing our koala bear. Now, let's start with the head. The head is a little kind of a round shape like this. And the bottom is not quite a straight line, but just a little round bottom. We're going to be doing some erasing, so I just wanted to let you know that. But we're going to start with the basic shapes first. Let's do the ears. Big round ears, kind of like Mickey Mouse. Koala bears have beautiful, beautiful big ears. That one's a little small, but that's okay. Now let's draw the inside of the ear. Watch what I'm doing here. He's got little furry edges on his ears. That's the inside of his ears. He's a he today, by the way. I just decided that. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this ear just a little bigger. And I'm going to go ahead and erase my line there. I have a fancy little eraser here. It's like a pencil. It's really cool. It works well for erasing small little details. Because I want his ears to be about the same size. Okay, that looks a little better. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase part of the line that I drew for his ears. Now watch. I'm erasing a little bit on the top, on both sides. And while I have my eraser out, I'm going to erase a little bit on the top of his head. And I'll show you why. Because we're going to give him some fur. Watch. Just like that on both sides. And on the top of his head. Okay? As simple as that. Now let's draw his nose. He's got a really big nose and it's almost like a round triangle. Watch, it's a round, kind of lopsided triangle there. And for his eyes, I'm going to draw little circles on either side of the top of his nose. All right? And we can put little pupils in. We'll be coloring that in black later. And we can get his mouth going. A little line like this. And then a big smile. Now he's holding on to a tree today, so let's give him a tiny little neck. A very tiny little neck. And we're going to draw his body, which is round. And a little foot. And then we're going to draw a little round shape here. That's going to make it look like his leg. And then coming out from his body, we're going to draw a little arm. 1, 2, 3 little fingers just like that. And now we're going to close his body off. You see what I mean? We have to make sure that his body is like this. And on his belly is a different color. So watch what I do here. Just like that. Because all of this is going to be gray, but we're going to color in his belly area yellow. And like I said, he's holding on to a tree, so let's just draw a little tree under his body, okay? And it can come out a little on top. Just try to follow that line. You could always use a ruler if you want. So now it looks like he's kind of holding on to a tree. So that's our koala bear drawn, and we'll put in details later. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to color in, let's see, let's do his ears first. Let's take our pink color and we're going to color in the inside part of his ears. Now if you're using a coloring pencil, you could use markers for this too. I think markers would look really nice. But if you're using a coloring pencil, don't press down too hard and turn your pencil once in a while. You want to do that for a few reasons. One, so you don't wear it down all on one side, because then you have to sharpen, and your pencils don't last too long. And you don't press hard because you don't have to, and I'm going to show you why right now. We're going to add a second layer of pink color. All that means is we colored it in once. That's our first layer. And now we're coloring it in a second time, so it's our second layer. You see? If you watched my videos before, you know all about layers. But look at the difference between one layer and two layers. That's why I say all the time, you don't have to press down hard, because we're going to just add layers, and that's how you're going to get the color you want. Don't forget to turn your pencil. There, that looks better than that, I think. So I'll add my second layer of pink to this side of the inside of his ear. That was hard to say. This side of the inside. Okay, I'm just going to run through a quick third layer just to make sure I've got a nice deep color there. You can stop at 2 if you want, or you may have decided 1 is enough. It's all up to you. It's your drawing. There we go. Now, let us do black. I am going to actually use my black coloring pencil to color in his nose. Is that black? Let me see here. I think I accidentally took blue. Yes, I accidentally took blue. So I'm going to actually have to use my fine liner, and I'm going to outline his nose and color that in with black. Same thing with the eyes. Why don't we do the eyes right away too? Usually I wait till the end to outline everything, but I want to color in the nose and the eyes, just the pupils here. Okay, we'll do the other eye. And I'm going to grab my Sharpie, my black Sharpie marker. It's just a black, it's just got a thicker, you know, a thicker edge. So that's going to make it easier to color in the nose, because I took the wrong coloring pencil. Thought I had a black one, but it's blue, and I don't want his nose to be blue. So I'm using my marker instead. There. Look at that big nose. I love it. All right, now let's take our yellow and we'll color in his belly. Same thing if you're using coloring pencils or crayons too. Don't forget to turn them once in a while so they don't wear down all on one side. And like I said, I'm not pressing down hard because I'm going to go ahead and put a second layer in right after I finish the first one. Okay, there's a lot of dust in the air. My dog was right beside me and she shook and all of her hair went flying. All right, just applying a second layer, coloring it in a second time. All right, there we go. Now why don't we take our brown color and we'll just go ahead and color in that tree. Be careful not to get any brown into the koala bear, okay? So you have to be careful around the ears. And I'm going to be very careful. And I think for the tree, I'm only going to do one layer. And here too, we have to be pretty careful. So take your time, pay attention to what you're doing, and don't forget to turn your pencil. Now I can't talk while I'm doing this because I've got to pay attention. Okay, still have to pay attention. Don't want to get any brown into his belly. Don't forget to turn your pencil, my friends. All right. Whew. I think one layer is enough for the tree because it's kind of in the background and the focus of our drawing is the koala bear, so we just wanted him to have somewhere to hold on to. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my gray color and I'm going to color in the entire koala bear, except I don't want to color in his eyes. Okay, so let's do that. And this will probably require at least one more layer. So we're going to start with one layer and then I'll add a second layer after. Now I'm going to turn my pencil once in a while. And when we're finished this, we're going to outline. I'm going to outline the entire koala bear. Koala bears live in Australia, We don't have them anywhere else, I don't think, anyway. Don't know if they live in other areas of the world, but I think they only live in Australia. And I have a lovely friend who lives in Australia. Her name is Ivy. And she is in the middle of summer right now as I'm doing this video. And I am in the middle of winter here in Canada. And it's a very cold day today. And I'm looking at this koala bear and wishing for summer. Doesn't he look cute? We're going to give him some eyebrows later and try to make him look like he has cheeks. And put some detail on his toes. Don't forget to turn your pencil. And don't press down too hard. I'm always going to remind you of that. And let's try not to get any of that gray into the yellow. If it gets on the tree, that's no big deal, because the brown is darker than the gray, so you won't be able to see it. But we don't want any in the yellow. Do you think his ears are too big? It may be a little big, but I think they look cute. All right, I'm almost done with my first layer. Okay, why don't I go ahead and start my second layer? And I'm going to be careful not to go outside my lines if I can. I'm going to do all of those right away. All those little furry pieces while my pencil is still sharp. If ever you need to stop and sharpen your pencil, go ahead. I'll be here. Just stop the video and do what you need to do and come back. Going in there too, we've got to be careful not to get any gray into the pink. And I'll do that on this side right away too. All right. Turning my pencil, don't forget to do that, my friends. Turn your pencil. I may have to come in with a third layer on this. This gray is kind of light when you apply it. All right, now be careful if you're doing the face right now like I am. Be careful around the eyes. Try not to get any gray into his eyes. But I always say it's not a big deal if you do, because we're just having fun today, right? We're not trying to make a perfect drawing. I want you to enjoy yourself. I don't want you to feel pressure. Just have fun. I love that big nose. I wish I could hold a koala bear, but I don't think I'm ever going to get to Australia. It's far away and I don't like airplanes. I gotta tell you, I'm afraid of flying. I've flown before, but I choose not to anymore. I don't know, these silly fears that we have, you know. I had a friend whose father was working for one of the big airlines, and he was like a president of some department or something. So my friend always got discounted tickets whenever he wanted to fly somewhere because his father worked for the company. And he would fly like, it was crazy. He went on like maybe 10 trips a year. He seemed to be gone every month somewhere. He was lucky. And he told me it's safer to fly than to drive. But driving doesn't scare me. Flying does. So I told him, okay, that's good for you. I don't need to fly. All right, so my second layer is done. I'm just going to go ahead and put in a quick third layer just to try to fill in some areas that I think the paper might be showing through a bit, or I want a little darker gray. Just a little bit. I'll do it quickly. Although nothing I do is quick, really. I got a little gray in the pink, but that's okay. I actually have a friend who is in Australia right now. She went there on vacation, and she's been sending me pictures, and she sent me a picture of a koala bear and a kangaroo. Those are other animals, you know, that we don't see here. You don't see kangaroos in Canada. It's nice to see things from other countries, you know. All right, we're getting close to the finish line here. I think he's looking really cute. And I'm turning my pencil. It's really flattening down. 3 layers of gray. I usually only do 2, but I have a new pencil here and it requires more layers. All right, there we go. Okay, that's enough rain. Now what I'm going to do is take my fine liner and I'm going to outline. I'm going to outline the whole koala bear. I'm not going to outline the tree though. Well, I say that now, but I might. Now, let's see. My fine liner is running out of ink. Now, take your time doing this. There's no rush. Try to follow your pencil marks. right. Now, I kind of made a mistake there. I made a big mistake there because my hand is hurting today and I'm having a hard time turning it in a certain direction. So I kind of went outside a little. So I'm going to add a little pink just to hopefully hide my mistake there. It's really not a big deal, but I just want to hide it. And I'm going to hide this because I went under the pink, so I'm going to add some gray here just to hide that a little bit. You can do stuff like that, you know, hide your mistakes. All right, let me see if I can get this done here without my hand hurting too much. All right. While we're up here, why don't we give him some eyebrows? And let's outline his mouth. Okay. Now I'm just going to outline the rest of his body. Try to follow my pencil marks. Don't forget his belly. All right. Now I'm going to be careful here because my hand is hurting right now. There we go. Let's add a little bit of detail for his toes. I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3 little lines, and that's it. And I want to make it look like he has cheeks. So the way we do that is at the end of each side of his mouth, we'll do a little semicircle like that. And there you have it, my friends. There's our koala bear. Now I want you to sign your work. Always sign your work. I want you to be very, very proud of the beautiful work of art that you just created. I hope you enjoyed this, my friends. We'll see you next time on Animal Farm. Thanks for watching. Bye.